Right, hello people, Mark here from Asia Unveiled. So today we're going to do part 6 of my story. This one's probably going to be a bit more of a short one because there's not as much in this sort of little gap. So yeah, we'll jump straight into part 6. A little recap for people that haven't seen the others. If you're intrigued how I got to this place, and go back and watch the other ones after this video on my channel. So yeah, basically I went to Thailand, went on holiday, met someone, bought a business, moved back out there full time. Ended up splitting up with my partner, losing the business, losing the place to live, ended up homeless in Phuket, making my way down to Bangkok, being homeless in Bangkok, and then working with the tuk-tuk drivers, living with the tuk-tuk drivers for a while, going up to Isan with them, coming back to Bangkok, working with the other tuk-tuk drivers over on Sukhumvit 11, to then standing outside the British embassies where we left the last one. So we're gonna crack on from there. This one is just I say it's gonna be a bit of a short one, but it is just stupid decisions. Like I said, at this point I was quite heavily dependent on alcohol. I was drinking daily. Obviously didn't realise how much I was drinking. I was with the tuk-tuk guys, but we was drinking daily. Before that I was drinking daily myself, whether it's even when I'm homeless and I've got a few hundred baht, I'm choosing to drink. So yeah, definitely looking back at this point, I definitely had a drink problem, and drink made a big choice when it comes to me. Doing things was a big factor that really it should never have been a factor in anything. Is whether I wanna party, wanna drink, things like that. So yeah, this episode is based off stupidity, shall we say, but live and learn, and yeah, as long as I'm I think it's either Harry Jaggard or I think it's Harry Jaggard that says it. If you're 1% better every day, then you're moving in the right direction. So yeah, that's all I'm doing at the minute. But yeah, so I'm outside the British Embassy down in Champon. Also, I said I got gifted a phone by one of the tuk-tuk guys, so I'm outside there. I've gone in. They've got an old school red phone box, like the old English ones you see down London, the old red phone boxes. They've got one of them in there, so you walk in there, you talk to someone on the phone. Basically explained my situation. They said, right, go down to the immigration centre, basically hand yourself in, and yeah, basically they said if I went to prison, they wouldn't wait. It'd only be a short time in prison for just overstaying. They wouldn't come and see me in prison. They'd wait until I got transferred back to the IDC. They said I'd probably do a little bit in prison, and then a few days in immigration, and then get deported, sent home. They'd sort out my passport, basically pay for it, and I'd be able to get home, and then basically just repay the money for it once I return back to England. So yeah, that's what I done. I put it on my Google Maps down to immigration. It wasn't far from Saturn. I think about 15 minute walk. So yeah, I walked down there. I've gone in the 7-Eleven, bought a couple of drinks, almost just sort of, again, like I said, dependency one, but again, just sort of having them final few drinks. I'm literally sitting on the bus stop outside the immigration detention centre at the bus stop, finishing off these drinks. It's ready to walk into the immigration centre. I've then called my dad to let him know everything that's going on, everything I'm planning to do, that I'm sort of handing myself in today, things like this. And he's gone, oh, like your friend Tom's message sent his number, sort of, for you to try and get hold of him. So I thought I'll give him a ring as well, see what he's doing, tell him the correct, and tell him what I'm roughly trying to do and things like that. So I've end up phoning him. He's gone up like he's in Saturn. He's five minutes from me. So he's basically gone like, come see me first, fucking. Do you know what I mean? Like, we'll need a little catch up and that before you go in. At least I want to see you before you go in and that. So all right, sweet. So obviously he's got the shop down there. So I popped down there. We've had a smoke, had a catch up and that. We ended up chilling, and then it was sort of later on that day. The sort of immigration to hand yourself in, self-surrender. It's called self-surrender, but self-surrender there, I think you can do it up until 5 o'clock. Now at this point it's coming up to 4:30, and I'm sort of saying to him that shit, I'm not gonna be able to do it. And then at that point also didn't realise it was closed on a Saturday and Sunday. So I've looked online, seen that it's obviously closed on Saturday and Sunday, and it's about to close now for the Friday. So I've sort of said to him, shit, like I'm a bit fucked. Can I stay here basically, and I'll go there on Monday. He didn't have the room in that place, and he was sort of in the process of sort of developing the place and getting the shop open at the bottom. So that there wasn't anywhere for me to stay. So he's ended up booking me into a hostel. Got on his phone like a Agoda or whatever it was, booked me into a hostel and gave me a few $100. I then contacted my dad and sort of said, like, at this point as well, my bank card had stopped working, so I couldn't get any money sent to me since leaving the guys at Nana, the tuk-tuk guys, the first little guys I was working with. My bank card's completely stopped working now. The chip just doesn't work, so I can't get any money out of my own bank. But I've ended up ringing my dad, and he's said that he can send me a little bit of money, just so I got a bit of money for the weekend. So he's ended up sending it to my friend Tom. My friend Tom's gone and got it out for me. It was around like 8,000 baht or something like that. So enough to last me the weekend and everything. Plus Tom had already put me into the hostel. So he's booked me 3 nights in this hostel. I've gone down there. I've got a bike down there. I've got a taxi down there. So, and it was down by Khao, right down by Khao. So yeah, I'm now a bit further away from Saturn, and I'm now back in. It's not Nana, but Khao San's one of the most craziest roads in Thailand, definitely in Bangkok. So yeah, I'm now back in that sort of area again, which is not for me somewhere I want to be, but at the time it was somewhere I want to be. Do you know what I mean? At that time I'm thinking, yeah, sweet, I've got a few thousand baht in pocket. I can just get pissed up for the weekend and go there on Monday. Sweet. So basically that's what I've ended up doing. I've ended up checking into the hostel. And yeah, gone out down Khao, and now I'm partying down Khao. Sort of first night I spent a bit too much and what I should have. I think it must have been my birthday that day, because I know I had a few balloons afterwards. So yeah, it was definitely my birthday. And yeah, sort of that night, I think I've done like 3,000 or 4,000 baht, which is easy done on a night out down there. Especially when it's a 24-hour place. So yeah, I don't think I left till 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. But then I've basically done the same thing on the Saturday, and then I've ended up meeting a girl the Saturday, and I was like, I can't take a girl back to a hostel, so I ended up booking then a room. Got a room that night, getting right by right by Khao. And yeah, obviously spent the night with her, lovely African lady from down on Khao. So I think she's normally around the Nano area, so you can guess what she was doing for a living. But yeah, so I've ended up sort of spending the night with her. It's now the Sunday. I should be saving this. I need to get to immigration. I should have a little bit of money for going in, things like that. But then what do I choose to do? I choose to go out again down on Khao. I'm there at one of the bars. Don't know where it happened, from me walking to the bar to walking to the 7-Eleven to buy cigarettes, and then walking back to the bar, my phone had gone. So yeah, basically my phone had been stolen, either pickpocketed or took off a table at the bar, or even in 7-Eleven. Like I said, I don't know. I'm pretty drunk at this point as well. So yeah, now annoyingly, not just because obviously it was gifted me, that phone, which is why I sort of treasured it a lot, because it was a gift, and it was something that meant a lot to me when it got gifted to me. But now again, I'm without contact, I'm without maps, I'm without things like this, I'm without being able to put grab. It's just little necessities and little conveniences that you need for everyday life. Especially I'm thinking, tomorrow I'm going to immigration. I could have done with take my phone with me. So yeah, I mean, I end up losing the phone, and I've basically ended up blowing the rest of the money on drink and partying again. Stupidly again, it was almost like that scene out of Wolf of Wall Street. I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving.
I'm not leaving. I'm not fucking leaving. The show goes on. This is my home. They're gonna need a fucking wrecking ball to take me out of here.
like basically like that. Do you know what I mean? That was sort of what my brain was telling me. Like, no, you're not. Do you know what I mean? You can wear as well. Again, it's no excuse, because in there was no excuse for this apart from the fact that, like I said, I was choosing alcohol over basically absolutely everything. But it was like I'd been told by the embassy that this is what's going to happen. You're gonna go to court. You're gonna do this certain amount of days in jail, and then you're gonna be deported. And it didn't matter whether I'd overstayed 10 days and couldn't pay the fine, or whether I'd overstayed 500 days and couldn't pay the fine. The only difference was the ban length. If you'd overstayed something more than 200 and something days, you got a 5-year ban. Whereas if it was under that, it was only 1 year. So that was the only sort of thing. So I'm sort of thinking at the same time as well, I've got a bit of time. I'm not thinking there's a big rush to go and do it. Whereas of course there was a big rush. I needed to go home. But again, just the lights, the alcohol, the atmosphere, everything, the women, it all just took over me again. It was like I'm back on Bangor Road and the lights and everything are just on me, and I've got to try and be this guy again. Like stupidly, I fell for it yet again. So now I've say obviously the Wales stay-ins run out on the Sunday. I've then come to the obviously that night I've not had anywhere to stay. I'm back now. I'm on Khao San, but I'm sort of sleeping. You go to the top of Khao San, you do a left. I'll try to put a Google thing in now. So yeah, this is the end of Khao San here. We've got the Roco nightclub. It's got a nice rooftop place there. And yeah, you go further down this road. It's only towards the end of it. Then we got this split off here. Literally just here on the right hand side, where them sort of boxes are. That's where I was sleeping for sort of two or three nights. And that was the exact area that the lady Champon, who I speak about in a minute of this video, found me laying, was exactly there. Explain to you exactly where it was. I was sleeping. But yeah, basically I was there for 1 or 2 nights. There was no place. There was a place you could go to where basically they'd give out free food every night. Loads of cars would park up and everything. They'd give out free food to all the homeless people that live basically down that road. And I went there a couple of times, got some food, got some water, things like that. So I was eating. Again, I'll put the Google Maps images of this exact place in now. So yeah, say we're at the bit now where I was sleeping. Go down sort of the road just a little bit here and sort of cross over. It's the Royal Hotel, I think it is. This is like the main road here where you can see there quickly you got the picture of the king on the roundabout. We sort of cross directly over, and then this hotel here, directly outside this is where a lot of cars all night for about a 2-hour period of a night time would park up, and homeless people would be able to get free food and water and things like that they needed. Sort of everyone would come down there and donate. So yeah, like I said, I was getting food from there, like that, and I was there for a couple of nights, and then basically I'm laying down the concrete bit that I showed previously, and this lady walks up to me and says, "Oh, basically, what are you doing? Like, you okay?" and everything. And I was sat there speaking to her. Again, it's all through Translate on her phone, sort of again explaining the situation. Like, look, I just need to get to Saturn. Like, I need to get back to Saturn. I haven't got any money. I've gone into the police station, asked the police if they could help. They wouldn't help me. So yeah, again, I'm a bit stuck, again, due to my own stupid decisions. But yeah, I'm stuck now at Khao San, trying to get over to Saturn. I haven't got phones. I don't know how long it is. I know it's quite far, but yeah, I didn't know how to walk there. I didn't know how to get there, and that's sort of basically what I explained. I need to get there, and she was like, "Oh, like when was the last?" I said I had a hotel like 2-3 days ago, but I've been here 2-3 days. So she's basically like, come with me. I'll get you a room. Sort of, you need a shower. I need safety. Like, there's a lot of people that always help me throughout this journey. One thing they'd always say is safety. Like, basically, obviously being homeless in a place like Bangkok isn't very safe. Same with Phuket. It's not a safe place to be homeless in. Do you know what I mean? There's a lot of bad things that could happen. So all everyone used to say to me was safety. So yeah, she's basically got me, took me down into a hotel room. It's just round the back of Khao San, where the D&D hotel is. There's a little left-hand turn by the cash point. It's like an alleyway, and it was literally up there to the right was the hotel that she booked me in. Now she's gone and booked me in for a night. Sort of just got a shower and everything, blah blah. She's then come back the next morning and gone like, oh, basically she's booked me in there for a week. She's gone, look, just have a week. Basically, this hotel was like 900 baht a night. Like, and yeah, she paid it for a week, and then she's gone, here's 1200 baht. Go and get yourself some food, go have a beer. Go. Do you know what I mean? You've got this hotel for a week now, so like, just relax, safe, look after yourself, shower, things like that. And she said, like, maybe go get a new t-shirt, things like that, which I did. And I got a new t-shirt, couple of pairs of shorts, things like that from the market on Khao San. Things like that, and then yeah, she basically gave me 1200 baht. Like I said, I went out, got a couple t-shirts, a few of the snide ones from Khao San, couple little pairs of shorts, new pairs of socks, and yeah, so I'm now down on Khao San, and each day she'd come to me every morning, 9 o'clock in the morning, knock on my room door, because she was staying in the same hotel. She'd knock on my door and give me between 1200 to 1500 baht every single day. Again, didn't speak a word of English. Everything we're speaking through is through Translate. And the most craziest thing was I never saw this woman's face. Never ever saw this woman's face the whole time from the day I met her. And every time she'd come to my room door or we'd speak or anything, she'd always have a big COVID mask on that would cover the whole of this part of her face. She had long dark hair. She told me her name was Champon. She didn't look like she was like a sort of bar girl or anything like that. She didn't look like she was going out partying. She was never dressed up. Like, she was always just in normal clothing. She seemed a bit older. But yeah, I'm sort of sitting there thinking, like, who is this woman? Like, she's staying here basically on the back of Khao San, around the back of D&D Inn. And she's giving me minimum 1200 baht. So she's spending 2000 baht a day on me, including the hotel room. So I said the hotel room is about 800 baht a night. So I'm thinking, who is this woman? She's just come and basically saved me again. Like, do you know what I mean? Picked me up off the streets and got me into a hotel for a week. So yeah, obviously for that week I'm going out, I'm partying, I'm yeah, again sort of out drinking. I've got friends with a couple Myanmar workers down on Khao San in the local bar I used to go to. So I was in the bar at sort of say 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I'd be in the bar and I'd stay there till 2-3 in the morning. I remember one night I drank like 20 plus of the big bottles of Chang. So you get you buy like a bucket of 5, you get one of them free. So I was constantly doing that, just buying five. Obviously I met a few women and that while I was down there and things like that. So yeah, I had a good week, but it was all based on stupidity. At this point I should have already been in prison doing all that sort of side of things, and now I'm sort of back in the source, shall we say. But yeah, so I'd done that for the week. The lovely lady, she saved my life in Champon. I have spoken to her since I've been back, and she refuses to take any of the money back, and I will say this, and if she ever watches, this is a sort of fair play. Basically, the reason why she helped me was because obviously the first night she done it purely out of the kindness of her heart, and obviously the rest of it was purely out of her kindness and generosity. But basically, she used to go gambling. Not gonna say where, but yeah, she used to like a gamble. And basically, the first night she helped me, she won the biggest she'd ever won, and she'd had a big win that night. So she thought, basically, obviously in Buddhism, they believe you do good, you get good back. So she's basically thought that where she's basically helped me that night, that's been a good karma to win on the cards that night. So that's when she's obviously come back in the morning and she's booked me in for 5 nights. And she said to me every night that I was there, she won. She'd come home and win, and that's why she'd get home at 9 a.m. I thought that was her waking up. But she'd be getting home at 9 a.m, knock on my door and give me a bit of whatever she'd won that day. So yeah, that was quite an interesting story and a bit of a funner way than just just helping you out. It was a bit of a background to it. It made it a bit more of a story, but yeah, I'd love to go and see her again if she's still around. Like I said, I've got a number, so yeah, I would love to meet with her again, and So maybe take her out or do something nice for her. But again, that one now I plan to pay forward as she wouldn't accept it. So yeah, that's something else I'm going to do something with. But yeah, so basically I spent a week down there, sort of partying. She's standard Khao San parties. So I mean, like I said, my main bar that I went to. Made a couple of friends in there. Again, I still speak to them quite regularly. A few Myanmar guys sort of telling me a few stories about where they're from, the stuff that's going on in Myanmar. Obviously, some of them have spoke to their families for months, for nearly years. You know what I mean, the phone's been cut off. They've got no internet signal where they are over there. So they're just there working their asses off in Khao San and hoping one day the sort of family gets hold of them, sort of thing. They can't go home, so they're sort of stuck. But yeah, so I got quite close with a few of them, and yeah, basically had a fun week. It was unexpected. Like I said, at this point I should have been in the prison and that already. But yeah, so basically the weeks ended, and I sort of said to Champon, like, obviously I'm gonna go now. I'm gonna go to the immigration. That, like, thank you. I'd got a few new bits of clothing. I had a new pair of sliders on, like a few socks. I'd been able to get a haircut. Been able to have like trim my beard and that, like everything. Do you know what I mean? I felt a bit more better going in there now. Where I was just a bit more fresher, a bit more clean. I've been sleeping in a nice bed for a week. Hadn't done that in a while. Like having it like. Do you know what I mean? Nice big double bed to myself for a week. It was lovely. And then yeah, basically she's gone to me. She's like, oh, gave me I think it was about 6,000 baht. So I'm thinking now I can pay the 5,000 baht at court, and I might not even have to go to prison anymore. Because the embassy basically told me, like, I can pay 20,000 at the airport and go, or I can spend a couple of nights in the immigration. Basically, go to court, pay 5,000 baht at court, and then obviously I'd skip prison, and I'd go straight to the immigration centre, do a couple of days there, and get deported. So now I'm thinking, sweet, like I can do that. Do you know what I mean? She's now saved me from prison. Obviously it didn't work out that way, which you're gonna find out in the next episode. But yeah, basically I've then jumped on the bike, said my goodbyes to her, gone down to the boys on Khao San quick, said goodbye to them, had a final couple of beers with them, and then I've left there. And again, I'm back outside the immigration detention centre, and this time I walked in and handed myself in. So yeah, that's where we're gonna leave this one. Like I said, a bit of a shorter one. It wasn't as much to put in, but obviously it's still part of the story. It still led me up to where I was, and like I said, I wanted to put something in and say a massive thank you to the lady Champon for what she done for me, and I hope she's still doing her thing out there. And yeah, she's always got a place in my heart and everything for what she done for me. So yeah, thank you Champon, if you ever do get to see this. But yeah, we're gonna leave part 6 here. Part 7 is gonna be coming in a few days' time, probably towards the end of the week. So part 7 is, like I said, basically going into the immigration centre, getting to court, and everything that happened with that. So if that sounds like something you want to watch, then give me a subscribe. If you like this one, like, comment. If you've got any questions, anything like that, probably get a bit of stick for this video for stupid decisions. So if you want to give me a bit of stick, drop it in the comments. But yeah, thanks for everyone that's been watching so far. So these videos have been doing a lot better than I originally thought. So yeah, thanks everyone. Keep subscribing. Like I said, if we hit a certain amount of subscribers, I'm gonna do a Q&A, things like that. I'm gonna do like a Q&A with everyone. Do separate videos. Everyone can get some questions in. Like I said, I'll answer them all honestly. Whether there's 5 questions or 100 questions on there, I'm gonna answer absolutely every single one. Not leave a single question out, so you know everything's the truth. So yeah, that's something plan for the future. And yeah, just keep pushing this out. So we've got a few episodes left on my story. I think there's 3 episodes left. Got another little video coming out after this about dating in Thailand. So yeah, look out for that one. If that's something you're interested in as well, subscribe. And I will speak to you soon. So cheers, thank you, bye.